reindeer games.
Mr. Stark.
Captain?
After it was confirmed that Chris Evans would return in Avengers: Doomsday, many new speculations began to emerge on social media. According to some, there are certain underlying truths behind this return, and I will provide the most detailed explanation for you. Because the Civil War film will truly have a realistic rematch, and we will witness incredible scenes. It's worth noting that both Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. will return not just to portray a single character but for multiple variants. Of course, I will explain all the details, but before we begin, if you're new to the channel and don't want to miss out on the content, don't forget to subscribe and like the video.
Thank you, Tony. Will you keep that a little quiet? Didn't bring one for the whole team.
First, we need to discuss which roles Robert Downey Jr. will return for in the film. Dr. Doom was already a confirmed character and is 100% certain to be in the movie. However, Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom does not necessarily mean we will see his face in the film. We will only hear his voice. Therefore, Robert Downey Jr. will also be utilized for other roles. They wouldn't use Robert Downey Jr. for 3 months of filming, just for the role of Dr. Doom. Most of the scenes featuring Dr. Doom will have someone else inside the costume, and Robert Downey Jr. will most likely only provide the voice. Since the movie will be a multiverse production, we will witness a battle taking place between another universe and Earth 616.
So I heard Secret Wars is finally going to introduce... You get reception down here?
I don't have a phone.
At this point, the premise is quite simple. Secret Wars is a story that emerges from the collision of two universes. When the branches that Loki was holding begin to break, one reality will merge with another, and whichever survives will be the victor. We don't yet know which universe will collide with Earth 616, but we are quite certain that there will be an Iron Man and a Captain America variant in that universe. Let's assume that Earth 616 goes to war with another universe. In this universe, Captain America will be a Steve Rogers variant who has been brainwashed by Hydra and works for them.
Hail Hydra.
Just like in the comics, after Steve Rogers is captured by Hydra, experiments will be conducted on him. The same mind manipulation and brainwashing techniques used on Bucky will also be used on Steve. As a result, Steve Rogers will continue acting like Captain America, but in reality, he will be working as an agent for Hydra. This confirms that when Chris Evans returns in Doomsday, he will be portraying a Captain America variant who works for Hydra. Additionally, the Captain America of Earth 616 is currently old and will return in Avengers: Doomsday. So, another character Chris Evans will portray is Old Man Rogers. But is that all? Of course not. As the Nexus beings battle Kang, we expect a new team to form. Since Deadpool and Wolverine is set in a multiverse, they had already shown a variant of Johnny Storm during this period. We expect Chris Evans to appear in the film as Human Torch and fight against the Kangs. In other words, at least one actor is returning to play 3 different characters. But is that all? No, it's still not over. Chris Evans won't be the only one returning from the old Fantastic Four films. According to a theory by New Rockstars, Reed Richards will also return, and we will even see him directly in the Fantastic Four film. This means that both Pedro Pascal and Ioan Gruffudd will appear in both the Fantastic Four film and Avengers: Doomsday. In Deadpool and Wolverine, Johnny Storm had already mentioned that Reed discovered the multiverse, even the Void, and referred to this planet as a metaphysical junkyard.
Reed called it a metaphysical junkyard, where anything useless goes before it gets annihilated forever.
So, as you can understand, we will see one actor portraying multiple characters, and one character being played by multiple actors. I just hope they present everything in a clear and well-structured manner, without causing confusion. Now, for those asking about the rematch and Robert Downey Jr.'s role, let me explain. I don't expect Robert Downey Jr. to play only Dr. Doom in the film. At some point, Marvel will undoubtedly use him as an Iron Man variant, and I expect him to be the Iron Man of the other planet featured in the movie. Since Dr. Doom will already be part of the team gathered for the multiversal war, it would be difficult to see Iron Man in this same team. They likely won't assign different roles to the same actor within a single team. And since they already have Robert Downey Jr., it wouldn't make sense for them to give the superior Iron Man variant from another universe to someone else, would it? They have already signed a contract with Robert Downey Jr. and confirmed that they will use him in the film. They might also make a deal for Chris Evans to portray 3 characters in a single film, while Robert plays 2 characters. So, in my opinion, the Iron Man variant from the alternate universe should most likely be played by Robert Downey Jr. However, I also think that having Tom Cruise as superior Iron Man wouldn't be a bad idea, because in our eyes, Robert's Iron Man should be a good Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Since superior Iron Man will be an evil character in this scenario, having a different actor play the role would be the best decision in every way. As a result, there will be a rematch between Iron Man and Captain America. But this time, we won't see the merciful Iron Man from Civil War.
I could do this all day.
Even though Captain America will wear a robotic suit designed by S.H.I.E.L.D., he will ultimately be killed by superior Iron Man. In Civil War, if Stark had really wanted to, he could have completely defeated Cap. In fact, he would have won. But in the end, he didn't want to kill Captain America, so he held back his power. However, in an alternate universe, Captain America will already be an extremely evil character, just as Iron Man will be. In other words, we will see a reality that is the complete opposite of the MCU, filled with purely villainous characters. The reason they are doing this is to create a war between the universes, because if both sides were rational and well-intentioned, they would never fight. Instead, they would find a middle ground and try to save their own worlds. But if one side is entirely evil, then they have to fight, and that's how the movie will get its story. The removal of the barrier between universes will have terrifying consequences. In the Marvels, they at least showed us how this barrier would break down. When the barrier between universes disappears, the 2 realities merge. As long as the rift continues to grow, one of the 2 universes will be torn apart, and as the barrier starts to fade, one reality will slowly begin to erode. For one reality to survive, its competing reality must be destroyed. In conclusion, in Avengers Doomsday, we will witness a real Avengers versus Dark Avengers storyline. Yes, friends, I hope you liked the content I prepared. If there are other videos you'd like to see, don't forget to write them in the comments. That's all from me for now. Take care and goodbye.
Sounds like a deal.